I love this shirt. This is my favorite shirt. But Rebecca says that I can't wear it during Ask the Meadmaker. I said that it won't have any moire, and she said the moire is not the problem, I just don't think it's a shirt you want associated with you. You can wear it for a cold open and make a joke out of it. Not making a joke, Rebecca. This is my favorite shirt. Welcome to Ask the Meadmaker, where I, Ricky the Meadmaker, answer your questions about mead making, mead drinking, mead brewing, and really any question you're willing to send to me. First things first, our hours in our tasting room have changed. They are still 2 to 6 on Thursdays, but they are now noon to 7 on Fridays and Saturdays because, as Eric, the brewer from Havoc, pointed out, more people are drinking mead from 5 to 7 in the evening than 10 to noon in the morning. Speaking of Havoc, also a quick shout out, right now I am drinking Psychopomp, his newest release. He doesn't even know about it, so it's both like a shout out and theft. Our first question this week comes from Sean S., who wanted to know exactly how long the primary fermentation, also known as active fermentation, of our mead takes. When I said that our mead takes 1 month, honey to glass, he wanted to know for how much of that time is it actively bubbling. And the answer is about 2.5 weeks. His also takes about that long, and he wanted to get the time down. So his question was, how do I speed it up? The answer is, there are a lot of ways, but I wouldn't advise it. A nice, slow fermentation in mead can be a very good thing. On the subject of our fermentations, Chris H. wanted to know how long does it take for us to develop a house strain? A house strain is a yeast strain that a facility has that is unique to that location. And the answer is, technically, only 1 brew. But to get a noticeable difference from the strain we bought to the strain we're now brewing with, it's about 4 or 5 batches for it to get used to our conditions. In the past, I have answered the question, at what temperature should you drink mead? And the answer is whatever temperature you like. But we had a very specific question about temperature in Ray mead consumption, and that was, just like with beer and other beverages, as mead warms up, does it bring out more flavors? And the answer is absolutely, to a point. Too warm and you start to kick your CO2 or lose the bubbles from solution, which, in its own way, diminishes your experience of the flavors. Our last question this week comes from Fire Goddess, who actually had a follow-up to her question before I even answered her question. Her initial question was, Ricky the Meadmaker, when are you running for governor? And the answer is, never. When I was in 3rd grade, I learned the word gubernatorial, and I said to myself, no. Her follow-up question was, when is the boss running for governor? The answer is, well, Shumlin's not running. That's our last question this week, so I just have to send it over to Ricky with our word of the week. Ricky? Thank you, Ricky! This week's word is rhodamel. A rhodamel is a mead brewed with roses in it, or rose hips, because why the heck not? Rhodamel! It's our word of the week and the end of our show. Keep sending your questions and I'll get to them as soon as possible. Cheers.